So, a lot of people, uh, sometimes they want to do everything themselves, and some people want to contract everything out. Um, for our experience, how do you see that going? There are going to be some things we do ourselves, and some things to leave to the professionals.
Yeah, and for each person, that's something they have to decide for themselves and based on their experience of things that they've done in the past or people that they know will help them. For example, if you've got a buddy that's an electrician, that mostly what he does is run wire and hook up, electrical systems for people, and he's going to help you, well, have him come over and help you, and you could probably save yourself a lot of money doing things, by getting somebody to help you. If you have no experience and if you have nobody that you know that can help you that does have experience, you're better off to leave it to somebody that knows. Because there's going to be so many things that you're just going to have redone because you just don't have the experience. For me, am I a professional builder? No. Uh, I have helped my dad build some buildings before. I have run some electrical, some wires and, hooked up outlets and stuff like that. So I think I have enough experience in those areas to be able to do some of that myself. Now, can I build a whole house by myself? No. And that's one reason why we decided to go with shipping containers. We're going to buy two 40-foot shipping containers and put them together and then take out the inside walls. So a shipping container is 8 foot by 40. Since we're going to put two of them together, it'll be 16 by 40. And that's about 640 square feet. It's just my wife and I. That'll be a little bit cramped, but I think for her and I, we can make that work. It'll be a one bedroom, one bath. Because of the size, we've decided that we're going to build a little guest house that's out of two 20-foot containers. So that'll be 16 by 20. And that'll be about the right size for people that want to stay for a few days to visit. That way they don't have to stay in a hotel. Or if you've got a mother or mother-in-law that wants to stay for a month or so, that's plenty of space for them to be able to have some privacy, to be able to do what they need to do, to spend several hours by themselves, have a place to sleep by themselves. So we're going with the shipping containers because I do not think I have the experience myself to build an external structure that will withstand the forces of nature. We're going to outsource or subcontract or contract out the building of the foundation, build it out of concrete, pour concrete. It's going to be a crawl space. That way I can get underneath the house and do the things I need to do. I have little experience with plumbing, but my brother has done quite a bit of plumbing, and I'm going to watch YouTube videos. I think I can figure that out. The electrical I can do by myself. But for the external structure things, like the foundation, to be able to get a firm foundation, I have had some concrete experience myself, pouring concrete, mixing concrete, but I do not feel, those are things that you got to get right the first time. You mess up the foundation work, you're going to spend the rest of your life just trying to compensate for that. I will hire an expert to do that. It's going to be expensive, but it should be done correctly the first time. Get the shipping containers, then the outside's done. Then I focus on the inside. I'll have to cut out some windows. I'll have to do that kind of things. To do that, I took some welding classes. So that way I can weld in the windows. I can weld in what needs to be there to, so that way it can withstand, to be able to put them in correctly. So that's another thing to do. If you don't have the experience and if you don't want to pay a professional to do it, maybe take a class, maybe take a welding class. And if you're going to have a homestead, you probably need to know how to weld anyways, because there's going to be things around the homestead that you're going to need welded, and you don't want to have to run down to somebody or have it done or go to a neighbor. You'd rather just go ahead and weld it yourself. So take the class. For me, it was like four evenings, about a full month, about 3 or 4 hours. I spent the whole time just sitting there welding. Am I an expert welder? No, but if I at least know what it should look like whenever it's done. I can do a little bit of testing on it to see that the weld was done properly. If it wasn't, guess what? I can do it over again. the outside structure of a house, putting in the right boards to be able to hold the load and all that kind of stuff. I have no idea what to do there. The shipping containers, they've already got that stuff figured out. All I got to do is just cut my holes, maybe put in a couple basic supports, and I know that the structure is solid. So getting to the point, it depends on what you feel comfortable with. Things are complicated. You may think, well, okay, it's not going to be that hard. I'll be able to figure it out. No, things are kind of complicated, especially if you want to be done right. If you don't have the experience, it's best to hire somebody else that has it, or try to pick up that experience yourself.